There's a rant coming. Well, hello there everybody, merhaba arkadaşlar. Welcome back to the channel. Tekrar hoş geldiniz. Episode 55 of Breaking the Big Three. And why am I showing you the fixtures from the 2020-2021 season? Oh, excuse me. Well, it's part of my first, and I say first, there's more than one, my first rant for today. I want to take you on a little history lesson, a little trip down memory lane here. And this particular season, we started out, if you remember this season, we started out in the Champions League qualifiers. We lost there, and then we took on Sion in the Europa League qualifiers. Now, what happened here was, when we were put into the Europa League qualifiers on a Thursday, there was a Super Cup match arranged for the Saturday. That got pushed to Sunday. Galatasaray that year were in the Champions League playoffs. They got drawn into the Tuesday match, so then the Galatasaray game was pushed back to the Saturday, the Super Cup game. Now that meant we had to play twice in 3 days. We had to play Sion in the Europa League qualifier, and after just a day off, Galatasaray in the Super Cup qualifier. Remember how that happened? Now, let's have a look at this season. This time, the roles are a little bit different. Besiktas are in the Europa League qualifiers, and Genclerbirligi, my team, are in the Champions League qualifiers. We had the Super Cup arranged for a Saturday. Besiktas got drawn in a Europa League qualifier in the week before, so the Super Cup got pushed to a Sunday. A couple of days later, we got drawn in the Champions League qualifier on a Tuesday. Did the game get pushed back? No, it did not. It stayed on the Sunday. So for some reason, 4 years ago, when the situation was reversed, I was forced to play 2 games in 3 days. To the benefit of the Champions League team, which is fine. The Champions League takes precedence. We want Turkish League representation in the group stage. Fine, go for it. But this time, my team's a Champions League representative, and the game did not get pushed back. So we had to play a Super Cup match on the Sunday, and then a Champions League qualifier on the Tuesday. And as you can see here, just to rub it in, just to make things worse, that Super Cup match went to extra time and penalties. Now, of course, I played a weakened team. I played a lot of backups here. I was almost disappointed when we equalised. I would have rather lost, I think, and taken the loss on 90 minutes. To make things worse, in extra time, our new signing, Yannick Johansson, got injured. Let's have a look at his injury. What do you think it could be? Potential foot injury? Well, it turns out it's a broken ankle, and he's out for 4 months. My other left winger, Oscar, is already out for 6 weeks. We sold Gerrit Holtman. We released Mehmet Erdogan. I had to recall a kid, a 19-year-old kid who had sent on loan to Auxerre in France. Luckily, because he's 19, he counts as an under-21 player, so we didn't have to register him. Then, some of you will have noticed, if I go back to the fixtures list, 2 days later, when we played that Champions League playoff match against Basel, we were defeated. 3-2 at home. Okay, now, the 19-year-old kid, I'll show you him now, Murat Özkan, who came back on loan. He did actually score in that game. He did really well. He got an 8.3. That's good. And that was like the only positive from the game. We went 1 down. Murat Özkan equalised 1-1. You know, that happens sometimes. Then, right on the stroke of half-time, 2-1 down. We went more attacking in the second half, went 3-1 down, went even more attacking, and pulled 1 back. But we're on the verge of not making the Champions League group stage, and I'm putting all the blame on the Turkish Football Federation and their refusal to move this Super Cup match. And breaking the fourth wall a minute. SI, Football Manager, what's going on here? Why is it one thing one season 4 years ago, and it's another thing the other season? It seems it's disadvantaging the human player here somewhat. So there's another rant to come. I'm just gonna get into the game. We'll save the other rant for the gap between these two games. We beat HJK in the previous round, by the way, just in case you were wondering. After this, we've got a league match against Galatasaray, so stick around for that. But now we've got to try and salvage our Champions League campaign, or we end up in the Europa League. As we're chasing the game a bit, I've gone for this formation that I used in a few games, away games last year, this 4-4-1-1. It is a defensive formation, but I'm just trying to surprise them. And this worked well away from home. We actually, in the games we used it, created more chances than the opposition, so that's what I'll be looking for today. Taking a bit of a risk, but here we go. Anyway, Utku's in goal. Tarek and Gökhan as the centre-backs. Jakub Duman and Alpaslan as the full-backs. Evren and the kid Murat in the wide midfield positions. Van de Gen and Servet Şentürk in the middle. Mustafa Salam and Gustavsson. Gustavsson, who Wolfsburg bid for every other day at the moment, but luckily he does not want to go anywhere. Okay, let's see what we can do. Basel going with a 3-5-2 formation. Okay, let's see how we fare against that. I'm worried now that my two attacking players are going to be a bit isolated. I'm going to tell the team, pick up where you finished off from against Besiktas when you beat them on penalties. All right. It motivated some of them, and you've got what it takes. Get out there. Everyone except for the goalkeeper is happy. Servet Şentürk, there were bids for him as well, the youngster, but he's hardly played for us. So I said, stick around, sign a new contract, and he did. The second rant is about contracts and players wanting to leave and bids and things like that again. Anyway, we'll save that for a bit later. We need to score 2 goals. We need to win this 2-0. And so far, nothing is happening. All right, I might have to switch things up at half time. When I did the pre-match briefing or whatever, and I told the team that we were going with this formation, they were all super happy about it. Oh, great, Basel have got the first chance. Oof, Utku probably should have held on to that. Looked like it was coming straight at him, and Basel have a corner. Let's go for a quick break here, lads. Come on. Okay, Utku's got the ball, and is the highlight going to end there? Yes. Okay, here we go. Basel with a goal kick. Hopefully, they're going to give the ball away. Sorry, my computer is stuttering a bit. Just had a mini Windows update yesterday, and this always happens in the 24 hours after an update. Anyway, here comes Gustavsson. Who's with him? Who's with him? Mustafa Salam is, but the ball doesn't get that far. Servet Şentürk. Come on, computer, stop freezing. Murat whips in the cross. Evren far post. How did that not go in? I think that hit the post and went out. I thought there was some impossible keeper save for a while there. Probably going to have to go a bit more attacking in this second half because we're doing all right. We're just not going to the group stage of the Champions League. Oh, dearie me. These Swiss teams have a number on us. It was a Swiss team that beat us 4 years ago. It was Sion beat us in the Europa League playoffs. And we won the Super Cup that year as well. Okay, you were awful. They weren't awful, really, but yeah, you were awful. Okay, then. We're going to go attacking. Fluid. Let's have a look at some of those instructions. Going to be a bit more expressive. Run at the defense. Look for the overlap. Let's overload them on the wings, please. Please. Clear the ball to the flanks as well. Let's increase that tempo. All right, then. Is there anybody who's been shockingly bad and needs to get hauled off the pitch immediately? Doesn't look like it. I mean, we've got a 6.5 there, and we've got a 6.4 from Alpaslan Kutlu, but we don't... Well, we've got a Hüseyin Güneş, but he doesn't count. All right, let's get out there. I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes, and then we're going to make more changes. We now need 3 goals, don't we? All right, nothing going on so far. Nothing and nothing at all. Right, let me just cancel that. I want to make some tactical changes here then. So we've got to go 2 up top. We've got to push these wingers up, I think. We've got to make these guys wing backs. We've got to just throw everything at them. And again, you are now an advanced playmaker on attack. Servet and Turk, you're ball winning midfielder. Alright, Murat attack. Evren, you're already on attack. Mustafa Salam, you're coming off, you useless plank. Rare outing for Besse and Gustafsson together up front. Yeah, advanced forward, why not? Gustafsson, what are you good at? Okay, complete forward attack and poacher. That's what we're going for. Push forward. Slaughter them, I say. No, that was not exactly slaughter. Now we're getting ironic cheers from the Basel supporters. They're just taking the proverbial. Oh, bit of desperate defending. And, oh, they've missed an absolute sitter. Tushi's just missed it. Okay, here we go. Murat. And it gets around a bit. And just run back there and pick the ball up. Don't run off to celebrate. Gustafsson, run back in there, pick the ball up. Fight the goalkeeper for it. All right, come on. Come on. We're going to tell them again to push forward. Keep at it, boys. 2 more goals in 20 minutes. Come on, 2 more goals. That's what we need. Subs. Subs. I said subs. All right, who can we bring on and who can we take off? All right, I'm dilly-dallying. I think we need to do something drastic here, so I'm going to put on a 3rd striker. I know, crazy, isn't it? So, Van de Gen comes off. Bayraktar, he's going to be our advanced forward. Okay, that looks tasty. That looks tasty to me. Servet Center, you can come off for Özler. I'm going to leave a huge gap in the middle, but we get around that by going route 1 and pumping the ball into the box. Hit some early crosses. All right then, off we go. Come on, 2 goals, boys. 2 goals. You can do it. You can do it. They're not doing anything at the moment. Come on. Push forward. Push. And we're into stoppage time. Here we go. Evren whips one into Tarek, who heads it too close to the keeper. And I think our Champions League dreams are going to be put on ice for a year. All those people predicting a year for us in the Champions League. Talks of quarterfinals, semi-finals. It's not happening. It's just not happening, is it? Oh, come on. Let's at least get a goal here. At least make it level on aggregate. And they're swarming forward, but we've picked it up. Oh, and we've lost it again. It's just not been a good tie for us at all. The Swiss have become bogey teams for us. Defense like a piece of Swiss cheese. Very disappointing performance. Not happy with the performance over the 2 legs. Nothing else to be said there. And that's it. We're out. Couldn't win either match over the 2 legs. Murat Özkan got the man of the match again. Interesting. Yep. Fury indeed. Indeed. Sarcastic fury, I would say, in this case. Europa League it is then. And welcome back, Tekrahashkeldenis, and speaking of the Europa League, here's our group. Shakhtar, Kyoto Gaming, we got your boys again. Rijeka and Karabakh of Azerbaijan. I think that group's going to finish pretty much as it's been drawn. We were actually top seeds in this group draw, which makes a nice change to being bottom seeds in the Champions League group. Now time to take a look at dynamics. Now, looking at the top part, everything looks pretty good. Match cohesion, very good. Dressing room atmosphere, excellent. And managerial support, excellent. You will see, however, that we've got some problems here with Samet Kilic and Evren Şengül, who also happen to be our top influencers. So this is where we get an issue. Evren Şengül still wants a chance in the first team. He's played every single Champions League qualifier he's played. In the Super Cup, he's played in the league. It's still not enough for him. Samet Kilic, this is where my second rant, well, I suppose I had the first rant about the Super Cup and the Champions League, mini rant about the injury, although that's nobody's fault really. Samed Kilic. Now this one is annoying. Now you'll know, if you've been following the series, that since last season he's been unhappy about me selling a backup left back. Okay. Then I said, well, we've got good young players. Give me time to develop the young players. He said, okay. Evren Şengül said the same thing at the same time. Evren Şengül became happy with our development of young players. Samed Kilic, however, did not. Then this kind of went on into the summer. Then the interest from Fenerbahce appeared. They were persistently bidding for him throughout the summer. I kept turning them down. And then I spoke to him. He wanted a meeting, and I said, look, what can I do to make you stay? How about a new deal? He said, sure. Offer me a new deal. Let's talk. So we talked. And I offered him a new deal. We negotiated everything with the agent. The green bar came up. The agent said, okay, we'll go away and think about it. We'll get back to you soon. And they got back to me. And they said, no. We're rejecting this contract. I tried to renegotiate. Agent said, no, not interested. Then my assistant manager gives me a reminder. Samed Kilic is expecting to be offered a new contract. Agent won't talk to me. And in this case, I did actually not only offer him a contract, he also agreed, or his agent said it was a good deal, and they initially accepted it, and then they reneged on it. So, it's very annoying. That's why I'm going to accept this deal. Fenerbahce came in once again. I decided to ask for silly money, and they agreed. So, Samed Kilic is 28, so he is kind of in his prime, but he's rated now, if I show you, at 2.5 stars compared to the other midfielders we've got. Fenerbahce, I got out of them 10 million up front, 3 million in installments, 3 million after league appearances, and 50% of next sale. Goodbye, Samed Kilic. Okay, after plenty of clicking through, the transfer window is finally over. So you see here, Samed Kilic has gone, confirmation of that. The fans were devastated. The board were delighted. Obviously, the fee turned their heads around. We've raked in 51 million. 51 million incoming from transfer fees over the course of this window. 4 big departures. Gerrit Holtman and Samed Kilic were both dressing room leaders. I do think that was perhaps affecting us maybe in the Basel game, affecting us against those teams in Europe. The fact that Evren Şengül, Gökhan Gül, they're highly influential team leaders, they were unhappy. Samed Kilic, Gerrit Holtman were also unhappy. We weeded 2 of them out. Gökhan Gül now says he's happy with his playing time, and he got 6.3 in the last game when he decided he was happy. So I wonder if that had something to do with the timing of him telling me that. He's dropped for today's game. Anyway, so we've added one more signing. We reinvested our funds from the Samed Kilic sale to bring in Ibrahim Sümer, backup. This guy's a backup to Ömer Korkmaz in that defensive midfielder position. So, as you can see, I mean, he's a decent player, 2.5 star current ability, 4 star potential. I mean, he's got good stats, nothing really that jumps out as outstanding, except perhaps his tackling and his decisions. Okay, those are the only things above 15 at the moment. Decent physical stats all around, so he's going to be good as a backup, I think. We bought him from Galatasaray, who are just about to play now. In fact, let's put young Ibrahim in the team. We'll get Gökhan Gül, won't even let him on the bench for today. Other transfer offers that came in, there were a lot of offers, as usual, for Hüseyin Güneş. 5 million, 6 million pounds coming in for him, but I'm just going to be stubborn about that and not sell him. Then also one of our youngsters, here he is, Timuçin Ceylan. Lots of offers coming in for him, especially Besiktas. They ended up offering in the dying moments. Well, the transfer window still hasn't quite closed yet, actually. There's going to be a couple more hours after this game. But in the dying moments before this game, they offered us £8 million, but we said no. And also Ibrahim Tezcan, lots of loan offers coming in for him. Also Ibrahim Bayraktar, but I want to keep these guys with us this season, use them as rotation and just see how they do. So here's how we line up today in our new stadium. We're getting a nice big view of it here. It hasn't quite sold out, unfortunately. I was hoping to ask the board to expand it. Anyway, Utku in goal. Savic and Fernandez in the centre of defence. Özgür Ortaç and Alpaslan in the fullback positions. Omer, Van de Gen, Servet. There are dynamic trio in midfield. Evren Şengül, the tired-out Murat Özkan, who unfortunately has no backup, plus Gustafsson as our attacking trio. Galatasaray going for a 4-2-3-1. Let's see how we go. They've still got Muslera in goal. How old is Muslera now? Let's have a quick look. He's 38, and he's been capped by Uruguay 151 times. My God. Oh, look at that. He's spent ages at Galatasaray, a lifetime at Galatasaray. Anyway, off for team talk time, and we're going to tell the team, show me what you can do. Show me what you can do. And a little bit of faith is all it takes. Okay, then, tunnel interview out of the way. Lots of questions about random transfers, including some lower league team putting someone on the transfer list. Don't know why I was asked about that. Anyway, match is underway. Rain lashing down, as it often doesn't in late August, early September in Turkey. Anyway, here we go. Gustafsson's got it. What can you do here, Gustafsson? You can knock it out to Murat. Murat whips in the cross to Gustafsson, who thumps one onto the post. Where was that kind of play against Basel? Okay, promising start at least. Promising start, and Galatasaray just about to ruin our promising start. Utku got a hand to that, it would seem. I can never tell with those animations whether it's hit the crossbar or the goalkeeper's touched it or what. That's something. Maybe I need a better angle for that. I need a goalkeeper cam to help me sort that out. Anyway, we've got a corner now. It comes to Savic. Savic heads it over. Funny needed to head it down. Never mind. We've had a couple of good chances at least. Couple of good chances. Let's see if we can turn those into a couple of good goals. We're halfway through the first half now. No further highlights from either side. And here we go. Alpaslan picks out Gustafsson. He switches flanks to Evren kinda, but we lose possession. Muslera, 151 caps. My God. Well, goalkeepers can keep going. He can keep going for a few more years even, I suppose. He'll be the last original player left in the game at this rate. Anyway, here we go. Galatasaray, we're going to get the ball off them. No, we're not. Fischer's got it. Utku makes the save. Okay. I didn't like how they kind of came through us then, but Utku catches the ball and we survive. Got a good number of youth players in here, ones who've come through our own youth intake. That's what the YP is about. I quite often get asked this one. Why do you have this code after some of your players' names? YP means youth product. And then the numbers of the year they came through. And then, I'll just pick out any ones that look like they'll be decent prospects. And if there's more than one, label them A, B, C, D. So Servet, Şentürk, and Omer Korkmaz are in the starting lineup. And we got a few guys on the bench as well. Anyway, let's tell the team, I'm not happy with your performance. That's what I'm going for, because I'm not. Okay, we kick off the second half. Are we going to get a cracking opening highlight this time? No. I never actually updated you on the first league game of the season. We played Kayserispor and we won 4-0, so there you go. Anyway, here we go. Özgür, Van de Gen. Van de Gen gets into Gustafsson. Ooh, saved by the keeper. I thought we were going to get a penalty, but it's Evren called out for offside. Playing a bit better now. We're playing a bit better. We just got to watch out for some sneaky goal from Galatasaray. Galatasaray's players are shot. They're spent. I don't know why they're so knackered. They've run themselves into the ground. Anyway, let's have a look who we can bring on here. I'm going to bring on Timuçin Ceylan. Let's get you on in place of Evren. Although he's having a decent game, I want to let my youngsters have a run out. Then we're going to bring on Pimenta. Pimenta on for Servet. Şentürk. There we go. Let's see what a difference that makes. We are going to tell the team to concentrate a bit. We don't want to give up any silly chances at the other end. Early in the season, we wouldn't want to be losing at home. We've already lost at home in a big Champions League match, which is a shame. Anyway, it's a Galatasaray clearance. Are they going to get the break, or are we going to get it back off them? We're going to get it back off them? No, we're not going to get it back off them. Okay, Polat, that's a guy I tried to sign in the summer. They wanted £25 million for him. I was close to paying it as well. But then when it came to contract negotiations, he wanted silly money, so we said no thanks. And we signed Sumer instead as a backup. If we'd signed Polat, we would have had to drop Korkmaz, which I didn't really want to do. I want to keep developing him. Gustafsson broke through there, but the shot's straight at Muslera. Are we going to make a final substitution to shake things up? Yeah, let's put Besse on for Gustafsson. Poor Murat Özkan is knackered, but we don't have any of the fit left wingers at the club. Anyway, I thought we were going to get a chance there, but Galatasaray clear it. They seem to be defending deep because they didn't have anybody up to pick up the clearance. Özgür knocks one out to Ceylan. Ceylan to Besse. Inspired substitutions. It's the two substitutes linking up there. Ceylan running down the wing like a deer and whipping across into Besse. Fantastic. Beautiful ball from Özgür Ortaç. Gotta say, impressed with that one. Poor goalkeeping from Muslera, actually. It's a bit weak, wasn't it? And that's enough to win the game. That's the kind of win I like. A nice late win just to rub it in. So we're going to tell the team that we were pleased with their second half performance. Good win, boys. Well done. So let's have a look at the table and a look at the fixture list to see what's coming up. So we are top after 2 games. Good. Let's stay there. Only us and Konyaspor have a 100% win record so far. And let's have a look at the schedule. So we're starting off with Shakhtar at home. We've got Shakhtar Fenerbahce. That is tempting to think I'll record that as an episode. There's 2 big games there, but it's very close to these 2 games we've recorded today. I'm thinking we maybe definitely further down the line here. I want to do the Besiktas Shakhtar as an episode. So that might be the next episode, or we might come in the middle for maybe Karabakh or Rijeka. Konyaspor. If Konyaspor continue on their winning ways, we'll make Konyaspor Rijeka next episode. If they don't, we'll pick out another match. But we'll definitely be back for Besiktas and Shakhtar. Anyway, you win some, you lose some, you draw some. What can we say? Europa League it is this season. Who knows? Maybe we got a chance of doing all right. Board wants second knockout round, so we've got to get through the group stage and then hope for the best as far as the draw goes. But for today, please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Dodgy Gamer, and I'll see you in the Europa League soon.